Good morning. Hope you are having a really great day today. Today we're going to go through a full body sequence, so then that way you are feeling good to start your day. We'll work the entire body, so we'll kind of wake everything up. We'll start in a mountain pose or just a regular standing position. And I don't think you need any props today. If you feel like you do, then maybe grab a block. But I think we'll be okay without any props. And when you come into mountain pose, I want you to feel the feet right underneath the hips and screw the balls of the feet into the floor. That almost feels like you're rotating your inner thighs inward, and then feel the balls of the feet pushing down, and then the heels as well rooting into the floor. You can lift up through the chest. I don't want you to puff the chest out, but lift through the sternum. It's almost like you're lifting the sternum up towards your chin. And then the hands can be out to the side. You can have the hands at the hips or the heart. With the chin slightly tucked so you feel the length in the back of the neck, pull the crown of the head up to the ceiling. And so however you want to start, I want you to close the eyes, start to seal the lips, and bring a smile to your face, welcoming your day. And as you start to breathe, let go of your morning. See if you can use this time to be present in your space. We often spend so much time thinking about the future, what we can do, what we could have done differently in the past. And we forget that this is where our life is actually happening, right here and right now. So as you take a deep breath in, take a full breath out, root the feet into the floor, bring the hands to the heart if they're not there already. Use this moment here with a clear mind and a clear heart to invite your intention into your day. So for me, I've been thinking about the future a lot and being worried about having to go back to work, a little bit nervous. And so instead, I really want to take this time and appreciate each day that I have and really feel into the day. So whatever your intention is, take a full breath in and a full breath out to seal your intention within. And then we'll all blink the eyes open. Bring the hands now to the hips. Keep the feet rooted into the floor. And I want you to lift a little bit taller through the crown of the head. On your next inhale, bring the arms up to a V shape overhead. Look at the palms as they touch. And then when you exhale, I want you to hinge at the hips and come forward all the way down. Keep the chin tucked so you're not hurting the back of the neck. And then on your inhale, come up halfway, bring the hands to the shins. Reach the crown of the head forward. The neck is the chin is tucked so the neck is long. And then when you exhale, bring the navel to the spine and fold back forward. Bend the knees, bring the arms to that V shape. Inhale to rise all the way up. Palms are going to touch overhead. And then when you exhale, bring the hands down to the heart. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale out and up. Breathe and let go of any distractions that you might be encountering. Lead with the heart as you dive all the way down over the thighs. Inhale to bring the hands to the shins. Reach the crown of the head forward. And then when you exhale, fold forward, bring the navel to the spine. Bend the knees. Bring the arms out to a V. Inhale to rise all the way up. Palms touch overhead. Exhale to bring the hands to the heart. We'll do that 1 more time. Inhale out and up. Reach the fingertips up. Lengthen the torso. Exhale to hinge forward all the way down. Navel comes to the spine. Inhale, bring the hands to the shins. Reach the crown forward, flat back. Exhale to fold forward. Bend the knees. Inhale to rise. Palms touch overhead. Exhale to pull the hands down to the heart. Close the eyes and just take a breath here to breathe back into your intention. And see if you are staying in this present moment. 1 more big breath in. And a full breath out. Eyes blink open. Inhale to raise the arms up and overhead. Pause here. Bend the knees and drop the sit bones, and you're going to come into a chair pose. So feel the sit bones dropping back. You don't want to just sit down, but can you push the booty back like you're sitting into a chair? Arms can stay right alongside the ears. You're going to keep the chin tucked for that long neck. You can also bring the hands to the hips. Sit a little bit deeper. Look down so you can see your toes. And then hands are going to come to the heart. Inhale to lengthen the torso. Keep the navel pulling to the spine. And then choose to stay here where we're first going to twist towards the right. Bring the left elbow to the right thigh. As you press the elbow into the thigh, spread the shoulder blades. Gaze over the right shoulder if that's accessible. Take a full breath in and a full breath out to sit a little bit deeper. Inhale to come back to center. You can choose to stay here, or we're going to twist now to the opposite side, to the left knee. The right elbow is going to press onto the thigh. Press the palms together to spread the shoulder blades. Navel comes to the spine. Sit a little bit deeper. Gaze over towards the left elbow or the left shoulder. Take a full cycle of breath here to settle. The inhale is going to unwind us, come back to center. Exhale to fold forward. Pause here. Maybe widen the feet. Roll the weight into the toes. Bring the navel to the spine, and you're going to tuck the chin and bring the heart a little bit closer to the front of the thighs. If this is too much, then put a little bend in the knees, and then take a full cycle of breath here. You can sway from side to side. You can start to straighten the legs. And wherever you are, you're still rolling the weight into the toes, bringing the heart a little bit closer to the front of the thighs. Feel the stretch in the back, the low back and the mid back here. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Take another full cycle of breath. And then we'll release the hands. Bring the feet hip-width distance apart. Inhale to bring the hands halfway up. Hands come to the shins. Reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale to forward fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, and you're going to come into downward facing dog. Move out of the way, Bruno. As you come into downward facing dog, I like to always start in plank pose first, because then this gives us our length and the distance that our hands should be away from the toes. So find your downward facing dog. Point the middle fingers to the front of the mat or just forward if you're not on a mat. And then as you roll the weight in between the pointer finger and thumb, lift the sit bones a little bit higher. Bring the heart a little bit closer to the front of the thighs. We'll take a full breath here to settle in our downward facing dog. On your inhale, raise the right leg up, look forward, and you'll plant the foot between the palms. I want you to stay on that back toe crease, but firm the left leg. Keep the left hip in line with the right. And as you press into the ball of the right foot, reach the heart forward. Soften the shoulders down the back. Keep the chin tucked so you have that long neck. Take another full breath here. So even in this pose, the core is engaged. The navel's pulling towards the spine, so it's not passive. And by pulling the navel towards the spine and engaging the core, this helps to protect the low back. On your next inhale, rise up into high lunge. Stay on the ball of the back foot. Take a full cycle of breath in to lengthen. Then I want you to sink a little bit deeper into the front knee. Make sure that the knee doesn't go past the ankle. The shoulders and the hips are pointing forward. Take another big breath in, and then choose to stay here, or as you exhale, you're just going to lower the left knee to hover the earth. Inhale to raise. Exhale to hover. One more time, inhale to lift. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale to straighten through the left leg. Reach the heel to the back of the room. Now on your next inhale, open up into warrior two. Extend the fingertips away from one another. Try and keep the wrists in line with the shoulders. If that's too much, then have the hands come to the hips. You can also have the hands at the heart. You want to make sure that the heel is rooted into the floor, the left heel, and that the left toes are slightly pointed forward. As you sink into the front knee, scoop the right glute underneath the hip so that the knee points over the middle toe. And I want you to open the chest wide. Now, if you'd like, extend the fingertips out to a T. Gaze over the front middle finger, sink a little bit deeper into that front knee, and then take a full breath here to settle. Grow a little bit taller as you inhale. As you exhale, you're going to bring the right forearm to the right thigh. Left hand can come to the hip, or you can extend it straight past the left ear. Wherever you choose to be, feel the right ribs rotate up towards the ceiling. And then the gaze can be neutral if that feels okay for the neck, or maybe look up towards the ceiling. And then once you find that pose, sink into the front knee. Feel the outer edge of the left foot sealed to the mat or the floor. And then take a full cycle of breath here. And then I want you to walk the hands down to the floor, come wide into the center, parallel the feet first. If you're on a mat, to the sides of the mat, or just make sure that the feet are square on the sides. And then inhale to lift, come forward. Exhale to hinge all the way down. You can bring the hands to the ankles. You can bring them right underneath the shoulders. Wherever you are, again, the weight gets rolled into the toes. You're tucking the chin and then bringing the heart closer towards the front of the thighs. Take a full cycle of breath here. I want you to inhale to raise halfway. Bring the heels in, and you're going to bend the knees. Use the hands to come up if you need to. So actually, we'll all just start with the hands on the thighs. Sink a little bit deeper into the hips. Feel the knees pointing out towards the pinky side toe of the feet. And as you pull the shoulder blades together behind the back, we're in goddess pose or a horse pose. Sink a little bit deeper down. Take another full breath here. Open the arms out to cactus. Pause here. Sink a little bit deeper. Keep the core engaged. Navel comes to the spine. And then we'll bring the hands to the hips. Shoulders are still pulling together behind the back. I want you to inhale to raise the legs. Straighten the hips, straighten the thighs, and then maybe move the hips from side to side. And then I want you to turn back to the front where you started. Come to the ball of the left foot. Come down into a plank pose. Feel the wrists right underneath the shoulders. Feel the heels reaching backwards. If that's a little bit too much, then you can always lower the knees. This is the same pose. But I would try from time to time just to keep straightening the legs. And this is working on the core. This is working on the arms as well as the legs. And as you press the earth away, feel that slight spread between the shoulder blades. Keep the core working here. Legs are nice and firm. Take one more breath in to grow tall. And then use the exhale to lift the hips, come back into our downward facing dog where we started. As you press the floor down and forward, can you lift the hips up to the ceiling a little bit higher? Heart comes closer to the front of the thighs. And feel the hamstrings press backwards. Take one more full cycle of breath here, softening the shoulders. Next inhale, we're going to bring the left leg through the legs or through the palms. Come to the ball of the left foot. Make sure that the right leg stays firm. We don't want the right hip to dip, so feel the right hip pull in line with the left. Reach the heart forward. Soften the shoulders down the back. Right leg's firm. Left knee is right over the ankle. As you tuck the chin, feel the back of the neck long. When you're ready, come up into your high lunge. You can use the left knee to help you. Arms come right alongside the ears. And if that's a little bit too much, you always have the heart or the hips for now. Now, as you reach the fingertips up, can you sink a little bit deeper into that front knee? Rotate the pinkies towards one another. Take another full breath in and a full breath out. Begin to lower the right knee to hover off of the earth. And then inhale to straighten. We'll do that 2 more times. Exhale to lower. Inhale to straighten. 1 more time. Use your exhale to hover. Inhale to straighten. Pause here. Open the lift the fingertips high. And then we're going to open up into warrior 2. My back is going to be towards you to show you the opposite side. As you sink into warrior 2, arms are out to a T. Make sure that the heel, the front heel, intersects with the back heel and the right pinky side toe is sealed to the floor. And as you soften the shoulder blades down the back, scoop the left glute underneath the hip so that the left knee points towards the middle toe. Extend the fingertips in opposite directions, but open the heart wide. Take another full breath here. Sink a little bit deeper into that front knee. Take 1 more breath in to lengthen. The exhale is going to bring the left forearm down to the left thigh. Bring the right hand to the right hip. Sink a little bit deeper, or you can extend the right hand over the right ear. Keep pressing into the left foot. Feel a stretch along the right side of the torso. Take 1 more full breath here. When you exhale, you're going to bring the right hand down. Come all the way to center. I'll face you now so my booty's not in your face. And then as you come down to the floor, we're going to bring the hands right underneath the shoulders. Reach the heart forward. When you exhale, you're going to hinge forward. So as you come into this forward fold, weight comes into the toes. Feel the outer edges of the feet sealed to the floor. You can soften the shoulders away from the back of the neck. Take another full cycle of breath here. And then come forward. Hands are right underneath the shoulders. Bring the heels in. Feel the outer edges of the pinkies sealed to the floor, and then hands come to the thighs. Drop the sit bones, soften the shoulders. I don't want you to shrug here. We probably do this too much sitting at our computer or sitting on our phone. So see if you can make length for the neck. Shoulder blades are going to move down the back, but I want you to feel the spreading of the back of the shoulders. And then as you engage the core, drop the sit bones a little bit deeper. Feel the knees pointing out towards the pinky side feet. Take 2 more breaths here. And then we're going to bring the arms out to goddess for the last 2 breaths. Sink a little bit deeper. Open the knees out wide. Take 1 more full breath in and a full breath out. Bring the hands down to the floor. Straighten the legs. You can shake the hips from side to side. And then I want you to walk back forward. So the left foot will be forward and the right foot will be in the back now. As you press into the palms, extend the left leg back. Find your plank pose. Press into the palms. Lift through the heart. Reach the heels back. Take another full cycle of breath. And then you're going to drop the knees, come onto the shins, Press back into child's pose. Bring the arms right alongside the shins. Bring the forehead down to the floor. Once you find your position, take a full cycle of breath to settle. And I want you to come back up. Bring the elbows right underneath the shoulders. The forearms are flat onto the floor. Step the toes back. Find your forearm plank pose. As you press the palms into the floor, press the elbows into the floor, lift slightly through the back of the chest. Navel comes to the spine. Reach the heels backwards. Take another full cycle of breath here. Take one more breath in to grow tall. And then when you exhale, you're just going to lower the hips and untuck the toes for Sphinx pose. Reach the toes backwards. Reach the heart up towards the chin. Soften the shoulder blades down the back. Take another full breath here. Take one more breath to grow a little bit taller. And then when you exhale, you're going to press back, find your child's pose. Use your breath to drown out any distractions that you might be encountering. And take one more big breath in. And a full breath out. Inhale to come up, and we'll find a seated position. Come into cross-legged, whatever feels comfortable to you. Don't mind the dog snoring in the back there. As you rock from side to side, feel that left shin in front. If you're a female, right shin in front if you're a male. Ground the sit bones, lift through the center of the chest, tuck the chin, close the eyes. We'll take a few breaths here, coming back to your present moment, finding your intention. Keep the eyes closed if possible. Bring the arms out to that cactus pose like we did in Goddess. And then I want you to bring the left elbow underneath the right to start. The backs of the hands are going to touch, or maybe you circle the palms. Make sure that the elbows are in line with the shoulders, and press the forearms forward. Soften the shoulder blades down the back. Keep lifting the heart towards the chin. Make sure you're not starting to slump forward. Keep growing tall. I want you to feel the spread of the shoulders and the stretch along the outer tops of the shoulders. One more full cycle of breath. Open the arms back out to cactus. Pull the shoulder blades together, lift through the heart. And then when you exhale, we're going to bring the right arm underneath the left. The backs of the hands will touch, or maybe the palms will circle. Elbows are in line with the shoulders. Press the forearms away. And as you keep pressing the forearms away, soften the shoulder blades down towards your sit bones. Relax the jaw. Soften the eyes. Take one more full cycle of breath. And then we'll release the arms, bring the arms out to a T or to a V, and then we're going to release the left arm down. Walk the left hand over, press into the palm, or maybe the forearm can come all the way down if you have that flexibility. And I want you to reach the right arm over the right ear. Make sure you pull the left ribs up, rotate them up towards the ceiling, and then soften through that right shoulder. Close the eyes here. Take a full cycle of breath in and a full breath out to soften. Inhale to come up to center with the left hand. Exhale to bring the right hand down. Walk the fingertips out. Maybe the forearm comes down to the floor. Maybe you just press into the palm. Rotate the right ribs up to the ceiling. Feel the left arm leaning over that left ear. Keep the left glute connected or glued to the floor. As you soften through the left shoulder, close the eyes, take a full cycle of breath. And then inhale, we'll come back to center, release the hands down. Come onto the edges of your sit bones, so that tailbone, the bony part of your booty. And then I want you to bring the hands, fingertips facing towards the glutes and balance on the sit bones. Hands can come behind the knees if that's helpful, but I don't want you to hold on too much. It's really more just for a little bit of leverage. Lift the heart up towards the chin. Core is always engaged. And then parallel the calves with the earth. And then maybe you choose to stay here. Hands can always be behind you for support. You can even start to straighten into the legs. Hands can be behind the knees for leverage. Keep lifting through the heart. Take another breath in your boat pose. And then we're going to land the legs all the way down. Reach the hands towards the ankles, flex the feet, tuck the chin. Reach the heart towards the toes, soften the shoulder blades down towards the glutes. Rotate the inner thighs towards the floor. Take another full cycle of breath. And then we'll inhale to come back to center. One more time for boat pose. Find a position that's good for you. Reach the heart forward. Reach the heel or the toes, the balls of the toes forward. Heart is reaching towards the toes. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Bend the knees, find butterfly pose, come forward. Elbows come into the thighs. Reach the heart towards the toes, tuck the chin. Big, deep breath in. And a deep breath out. One more cycle. And then let's come all the way to center, stack the spine. Find your cross-legged position. Maybe reverse the cross this time if you had the left shin in front or vice versa. Rock the sit bones from side to side. And then we'll ground the palms onto the knees. Lift up through the heart. Close the eyes. Hands come to the heart here. Feel the thumbs connecting to the chest. We'll take this final breath here into your intention. See if you can remember to stay present throughout your day as you notice the mind reminiscing or wandering into the future. Can you use the breath and your intention that you have created to find your present moment? And then together here, let's take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Blink the eyes open. Namaste. I hope you had a really great practice. I hope that you are able to stay present. I'm sorry if there was a little bit of internet issues. I'm sure we're all experiencing that from time to time. But I really appreciate you joining me and supporting me for your own practice. Let me know if you have any questions or anything that you would like to see. And 30 minutes really isn't very much to get the body moving. So if you can incorporate this into a daily practice, you will feel better throughout the week, I promise you. Again, let me know if you have any questions. Thanks again for supporting me. And I hope you have a really, really great day. Thanks so much.